Hello and welcome to Brodual. For this video we've got 5 things that everyone should know before starting their playthrough of Fallout 4. The tips in this video are designed to make your playing experience as enjoyable as possible, some making things easier and others are just things that we thought not everyone would be aware of. The first tip we've got is to make sure you collect as many bobbleheads and perk magazines as you can. Bobbleheads are collectibles that look like Vault Boy in a variety of different outfits and poses. For each one that you gather you gain an additional perk for your special stats or upgrade a perk. Bobbleheads can be hard to spot, especially in dimly lit rooms, so make sure you keep your eyes out for them as you never know when the extra point or two could sway the outcome of battle. Perk magazines are similar to bobbleheads in that they help you develop your character, but they're slightly more than that. Perk magazines can be found all over the place and will unlock perk upgrades that can't be unlocked in any other way. Trust us when we say it'll be well worth your time to track these down. Our second tip is to keep an eye on your inventory when you loot any new gear. If an equip has a plus icon next to it, that means it's better than the gear you're currently using. It can save a lot of hassle and time when you're not too sure on the exact stats of the weapons or armor you're already using. Obviously keep in mind certain gear may be better in certain situations even if the other piece of gear has a plus next to it. For example, a double barrel will never be better than an assault rifle at long distance, regardless of its damage. At 3 we've got a couple of crafting tips. When you get a little further into the game and unlock crafting and building, you're going to need ceramic. At the start of a playthrough, a dinner plate might seem completely useless, but you might want to start hoarding these as soon as possible. Things like steel and wool are obvious things that you'll need, but ceramic is a must-have material too. Crafting is also a great way for you to gain experience in Fallout 4. We're always crafting in games like these, but if you usually avoid it, you might want to rethink that when it comes to Fallout 4. The fourth tip is all about combat. Harder difficulties in Fallout 4 not only increase the damage and HP of your enemies, it also increases the rate that you'll encounter legendary enemies that have a chance to drop better gear. So if you consider yourself quite the veteran by now, increasing the difficulty may be worth a few deaths and reloads. Ammo in Fallout 4 can be limited, so try to think of any ways to conserve it. Whether that means letting a companion take the brunt of the battle, or being as accurate as you possibly can so you only use what you absolutely need to. Using VATS at the start of the battle can be a good idea too, letting your AP regenerate while you wait for your enemy to gain ground on you. Our fifth and final tip is all about the Pipboy. Your Pipboy is your best tool to guide you through your playthrough. There's a huge amount of detail in the tiny device, but there are a couple of things on it that some people may not know about or pay any attention to. One of our favourite features is the holotapes. You can click on them and listen to them through your Pipboy, and they can often provide a useful or interesting insight to the world around you. If you're a lore buff, then you'll love them. You can also listen into any nearby radio signals, providing you with some music or some other things. Who knows what you'll pick up on there. Then you obviously have all of the standard things like perks and stats, but we think everyone's already aware of those. Your Pipboy is a wonderful device, just make sure you use it as much as possible. We hope these 5 tips can help you get the most out of your playthrough. It ended up being a lot more than 5, but we think these are the things that everyone should know before embarking on their very own journey into the wasteland. That's all for this episode. Let us know of any more tips you have down below, but please keep things as spoiler free as possible. Thanks for watching.